Hare Krishna Prabhuji, am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, for the pleasure of all devotees and for my own purification, I would like to give this Japa talk, even though I am least qualified in this session. The content which I had taken for the Japa talk, this is based on one article which is published in ISKCON Dietary, and it is published by Yashomati Mataji. So, in this article, actually 5 A's concepts is given. So, and I feel that if we understand and apply this 5 A's concepts, our chanting will be more effective and more clear. So, what are the 5 A's? We'll discuss, and later on we'll come to the conclusion that how we can apply and how we can analyze these 5 A's concepts. So, the first A stands for attraction. Then the second A stands for attention. Then the third A is absorptions. The fourth A is attachment, and then the last A is for affection. So when we are talking about first A, attraction, so then attention, absorptions, attachment, and then affection. So even though I'm not supposed to put this pastime of Bhagavatam over here, because it is just reverse to this 5 A's. So as we know the Jad Bharata story, so Maharaj Bharat was attracted toward the deer because he was alone and who was not nobody was there to take care. So he was attracted to the deer, and then later on, after getting that attraction, he start paying attention what he's doing actually. Okay, and then after paying attention, he was absorbed in the thoughts of the deer while meditating. He was remembering the Lord of. He was meditating. He was chanting, but what's happened due to attraction and attention, he was absorbed in the thoughts of the deer, and later on he was too attached to that deer, and the finally what's happened at the time of that, he was not able to recall the that Krishna, and he recalled the deer, and then next life we know that what's happened with him. So that finally affection, so he was too affectionate toward this deer. Okay, so the same analogy we can put, but in a positive way. So chanting when we are chanting, the attraction is very important. It is the foremost quality of a sincere chanting. Now, how, as we know that the Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, he is supreme attractive. Okay, he can do whatever he want, and at the same time we know that he is only our hope who can get out from this cycle of death and birth. So even though we know these things, he is supreme personality of Godhead, but we are little bit only attracted toward him. We are not fully attracted toward him. And the all living entities and non-living entities, like from minute to minute particle to whose galaxy or vast galaxies, are attracted toward the Krishna. But somehow our mind is not attracted toward this Krishna, and especially the name of Krishna. So if we want to chant sincerely, if we want to have an effective chanting, the first thing which we have to develop is attraction toward the Naam. So that is the first condition, how to attract. So in this case, we should pray to Guru and Gauranga, please give me this attraction so that I can have a taste in the holy name. Okay, then second one is attention. Now when we are talking about attention having two meaning. We are paying full our focus, or consciously we are focusing on particular one object. And the second one is when we will pay our attention when we are interested or attracted towards something. Okay, so these two analogies can improve our attention. Now if if I'm talking about the nature of mind, at a time our shastras and even research also tells us, convey that a mind can do at a time one thing, it can't do multiple tasks. Okay, so if I'm talking about reading, so if you are very interested toward the reading, we'll forget what is going on around us, and we are too much absorbed in the same thing, so that we'll get everything what is written. because we are attracted toward that reading. So ultimately the first condition is attraction. If you are not attracted something, it is very difficult to get the attention. Okay, now at the same time we can't do the two things at a time. Okay, so when we are chanting, we'll have to develop this quality, how we can be attentive, because it is very difficult, because 108 names we have to recite for a one cycle, one round, and then 16 rounds. So it is, you can understand, it is very difficult to pay our attention. Even let us have one example. Suppose one who is one speaker is delivering the Bhagavatam, and he is not narrating nothing, but simply is reciting the Sanskrit sloka, and the total Bhagavatam is in monotonous space is going on. What will happen? Either we will sleep or will lose the interest. Okay, so similarly, if we are applying the same concept in our japa again, it is the reciting only one words, and then we are taking the name Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. In this way, if our if we are not paying attention, and if we are not having any creativity, what will happen? We will lose our interest. So regarding to pay to attention to each and every bead, of course our mind cannot stay for a one object at a time. Oh sorry, it can fastly move from one point to another point, one object to another point. What we can do to get that attention, or how we can make it more attentive, by simply bring it back to that point. 1,000 times it will go away, 1,000 times we have to bring it back. तो 1,000 बार जाएगा, 1,000 बार लेके आना हमारा काम, केवल our duty is to bring it back. We can't control our, what we can do or what we can offer to Krishna. Krishna, my mind was 10,000 times was going away, and 10,000 times I am able to bring it back. So that we can do, but otherwise it is very difficult to have a very attentive in the chanting. Okay, because right now we are not in that level to chant paying full attention on each and every beat. But what we can do at this stage, to bring the mind at whenever it is going away. So it is very hard in at an initial level. I am also struggling, but it is said in Bhagavad Gita, agar aap continuously, if you practice, what will happen? One day will come, we will come to that stage on each and every bead we will able to chant perfectly, we will able to hear each and every name, and our mind also support us to get that attention. So that is the second point. Then absorptions is again the foremost conditions to have a sincere chanting. Now absorptions means, suppose if you are eating very delicious food, so you absorb, you forget actually what is going around us, and we are too much absorbed in the eating only. Similarly, if we are sleeping, we absorb. But when we are talking about uh, chanting, what we do, as soon as our 16 rounds finished, first of all we think that how, when the 16 rounds will get finished, and as soon as the 16 rounds get finished, we hang our bead bag, and then next day we'll recall where is my bead bag. So if we having this attitude of not absorbed in the chanting, what will happen? Will not get the taste of love, taste of Harinam or the love of God. The fourth one is attachment. As you know that if we having attraction, and at the same time we are paying attention, and at the we having absorptions in a particular thing to do. Okay, so automatically the attachment will get down. We will be attached to this chanting. You can see many pure devotees are too much attached to the chanting and hearing. They are desperately dying whenever they are getting the time. They start the chanting, or they will start to discuss the Harikatha. But in my case, what I do, whenever I get the free time, either I spend it's like freely, gossiping and nonsense prajalpa. I don't care about that. I can do the extra rounds. I don't care about that. और सिंपली मैं क्या करता हूँ, मैं अपने को फ्री टाइम मिला, मेरा 16 राउंड खत्म हो गया ना, दैट्स इट, हरे नाम प्रभु की जय, ऐसा बोल के आई फिनिश माय 16 राउंड, और वो जो मेरे को खाली टाइम मिला है, तो वो पूरा बर्बाद कर देता हूँ. बट इफ यू ऑब्जर्व केयरफुली द प्योर डिवोटीज शेड्यूल, दे don't spoil single moment actually. Single moment, either they will discuss Krishna Katha, or they will chant extra rounds in order to improve their further devotional qualities. And then last one is affection. So if we are completely attracted toward the Krishna, attracted toward the Krishna. We are paying full attention to japa. Then we are absorbed in the chanting. And if we are attached to our bead bag, then automatically affection, which is the foremost output of चैंटिंग चैंटिंग हम क्यों कर रहे हैं सो दैट वी कैन गेट अफेक्शनेट टुवर्ड द कृष्णा कि भाई अब found feeling of the krishna ke without krishna I can't live, so that stage definitely we will get. So this is from my side. Please forgive me if I'm making any misinterpreted, really sorry. Thank you very much.